Hello. It is, yep, hello. It is Monday and we are noontime San Diego Pacific time. Every Monday at noon, go live to have a streaming yoga class with you. So welcome. If your first time here with me, we just spend the hour getting into our body, our breath, and clarity and focus. So yeah, what's the point? What's the point? Why is yoga so amazing for us? Well, it trains us to control the mind, because right now we are bombarded with insane negative forces, I want to say. So to increase your power, to increase your empowerment, we stay single pointed, focused in one moment, one breath. When you train yourself to do that, you have this superpower to control your thoughts and not to get overwhelmed with doubt, anxiety, worry, and fear. So the first step is the breath. So that said, even if you do not want to stay for the whole hour, which I know can be long, but once you start your yoga practice, I tell you, that hour goes like that. It's like a time warp. It's a special magic that happens when you're in your practice where time is irrelevant. So that said, if you only have 5 minutes, stay with me for 5 minutes and we will breathe 10 breaths together. So go ahead and sit either on a chair, a stool. You can even do it standing. But I'm going to use a block underneath my hips and just taking 10 breaths together and show you how to get into the belly, get into the ribs, get into these clavicles to expand the whole central column so that when you do take your breaths, you're massaging your vagus nerve. Your vagus nerve is what helps us release the fight or flight response, which is what that anxiety, which is what that fear, doubt, and worry is all about. And the most simple way to calm that down is through breath. So, and that's what yoga is about. So if you say, hey, I haven't done yoga before, if you've taken a couple deep breaths, you've done yoga. So let's just do that. 10 breaths. Always coming back to that quiet, steady, calm place. Woo! And I say this every single time, but once I sit, this overwhelming wave of relaxation immediately happens for me. It's like a habit. As soon as you sit and you've been practicing, you know, I've come home. This is the place to be. The more you do your seated practice, the easier it is. First, it's uncomfortable and you feel agitation. Let that be acknowledged, and then it passes, and then you're moving into calmer, more relaxed. In fact, just saying those words, I am calm. I'm feeling more relaxed. This is easy. This is all of that. Soothing the mind, soothing the body. Even just taking your hands and rubbing them against each other, rubbing those fingertips on your palms, stimulating all those neural pathways right up into the mind. And then adding on to the breath. Inhale, nose. Exhale, nose. And then take these palms that you just stimulated. Amazing, right? And put the palms on the low belly. Inhale right into the low belly. Easier than you think. Exhale, belly goes inward. Just the belly, feeling the belly expand. Inhale. Remember that focus I was talking about? That focus, hands on belly. Exhale. One more right on the belly. Inhale, nose. Exhale, nose. Excellent. You can lightly flutter the eyes open, just gazing right off your nose, right off into infinity. This quiet, soft gaze. Move the hands right underneath the rib cage, power center. Inhale again and see if you can feel just this center place expand. Inhale. Exhale. Again, 2 more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right at that mid section. And let it go. Exhale. As you can see, we're gradually working our way upward. So now your hands can come on the heart. In fact, you might even alternate the palms. So the palm that was underneath, put it on top, and 3 consecutive breaths again. Inhale right at the heart. Feeling the clavicles lift, feeling the heart expand. Maybe even the ribs expand out a bit. And then let go, exhale. Wow, wow. Keeping that chin sort of level or neutral, helpful. Everything moves up through the colon. Hello, sweetie. Hello, sweetheart. Yeah. And then 2 more. Inhale. Right at the heart. Right at your heart. Letting that expand. And then let it go. Exhale, heart. Feel that heart kind of move inward. It's interesting because the body sort of moves with you when you really focus in that area. Last one, right at the heart. Inhale. All of this has purpose. You're massaging your vagus nerve, which stimulates the relaxation response. So do not underestimate the power of this breath. It is incredibly stimulating to release your stress, your anxiety, your worry, your doubt, your fear. That's what it's for. All right, so what we did, 3 at the bottom, 3 at the middle, 3 at the top. Now, see if you could incorporate it as a wave all the way up. Okay, starting from the bottom. You can use your hands to help assist your mind to be in that area of expansion, because that's what we're doing. We're expanding the cells in this lower belly, just like a balloon. Inhale. Now we're moving that up to the ribs and trying to do it in an effortless way, not forcing, because your body will actually want to take in the breath in full capacity if you would just allow that mechanism, the instincts of the body. Just trust in your body. Effortless. Oh yeah, all the way up to the chest. All the way up. You can find the top. If you found the top, hopefully you did. And then let it go right from the top, just like you're emptying out a container. Top, 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 middle, and lower belly. Great. And then inhale. Lower, middle, soft and gentle, generous. See if you can get more in. More, more, more. Hold it at the top and let it go. It's like a dance, a wave. Emptying out the container all the way to the lower belly, lower back. All right, last one. Inhale, low belly, mid belly, ribs, clavicles, throat, head. And then soft, generous release. Exhale. It's like a waterfall, just dripping all the way down. That's it. Excellent. That's all she wrote. So yeah, if you stayed for those breaths, awesome. And you want to stay for class, awesome. Or you could come back to the replay. You'll replay on my Healing Touch Vinyasa YouTube channel. And there's a playlist there for Monday. There's about 25 classes listed. I think maybe this is the 26th class. So you can always come back and take class later. All right, so just spiraling the spine. Definitely need this today. It feels more comfortable if I take the block out and let the torso sort of move around. So go ahead and do that with me. Forward, side, back, side. Make it yours. Just this fluid sort of movement in the spine. Can you walk the hands forward and just hang out right at that center place? Take a few breaths, let the head drop, reach the hands forward. Reach the hands to one side, either side. We'll go to both sides evenly. You can let the hips be heavy, the head drop, stretch out through that opposite arm. Come back to center. Other side, stretch. There's a difference. There's always that different flexibility on each side. One may have more length, and the other needs a little bit more attention. Maybe stay on that a little longer, because the essence of what yoga is about is to balance, to create that equal distance on each side, to help sort of bring symmetry to the patterns in the body. So that's what yoga's about. And you find that happens naturally as you do each side, right and left hemisphere. All right, open the legs and just walk the hands forward. Let your head drop. You can circle out the toes. Walk the hands to one side again. Same sensation, which is that upper body, that upper side body. And when yoga breath, in through the nose, out through the nose. Usually about 5 breaths. Great. Hold. We're on the 3rd breath. If you find that your mind is wandering, just come back to that breath and that count. That's 4. 5. Inhale, walk to center. Exhale to the other side. Again, we're going to hold for 5.
2. Right hip is heavy, right leg is heavy. 3. 4. 5. Nice.
Come back to center. Release the straight legs, bring them in. Turn on to tabletop. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, spreading the fingers wide. All the bones of the fingers just kind of pressing into the mat. You can feel your wrists. In fact, there's such a great wrist stretch that it feels I'm needing right now. So turn your fingers towards your knees. Press into the palm of the hand. Take a couple breaths. Give it some leverage. You can push your hips back slightly, and you'll notice that incredible pull through the center of the wrists. And then as you lift into your heart can come forward, maybe even gaze a little bit forward. Multitasking, this is awesome too. Round into this cat-cow as you stretch the wrists. Talk about dynamic vinyasa flow. Vinyasa just means movement with breath. Inhale one direction, exhale the other. Okay, use your best judgment. If you need to come off your wrists and turn them and shake them out, do that. It's not about how long you can torture yourself. It's about that perfect asana for you. And that's different than my asana. So just your body, come out when you need to. Really important. That's part of the yoga practice. Good. So I'm about done with that. Sitting on the hips. Gently come off the wrist, give them a shake, give them some leverage or some compression, I should say, right into the palms. Oh yeah, and then this spontaneously, this is how I create sequences for myself. This is Taz Yoga, spontaneously wanting to clear out some of the tension through Kalabate breath. So let's do another breath around. I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so hands on the belly. If you haven't done this with me before, Kalabate breath is a sort of a pull inward with the belly and outward with the breath, like you're blowing out a candle. Okay, we'll do a round of 30, but if 30 seems like too much, just give yourself 15. That's absolutely fine. So again, check in with what you need, what your body will gradually build up towards. There's no destination. It's all about this incredible moment right now and not wishing you were somewhere else. Okay, you are present here and now and focused. So whether it's 15 or 30, it's up to your body. Just tune in and listen. I'm going to do a set of 30. Inhale. Yeah, I have to share with you guys. Oh my gosh. This guy just came back less than 15 minutes before I started class. He was missing for 3 days. So he's so happy to be back. Are you happy to be back? Yeah, I know. Such a good boy. So glad you're back. You want to do another breath with me? Let's do it. Okay. So we'll do another set of 30. Inhale. And pump. Awesome. That felt so good. All right, we're going to do down dog. Kalabate really wakes your mind up. I love it. All right, so down dog. Prepping just a little bit your shoulders before we go into our down dog. Spread your fingers wide. Knees right underneath your hips, okay? And push into the hands. Ribs, instead of letting them sag, you're sort of knitting them in. And those sit bones right here, right where your hamstring meets your sit bones, you're pushing your hips back. And then don't forget about your heart. You want your heart to reach forward and to broaden the clavicles, even out the weight in the knees. I know it's a lot, but if you can balance your body in this tabletop, your down dog's going to be even more powerful, right? So tuck the toes, keep all of that engaged as I had just mentioned, and then hover the knees. This is a plank. This is a version of plank. Okay, see if you can hold, ribs in, heart, chin slightly forward, broaden the back, hips shoot back, hold. 2 more breaths in this plank. Last one. Good. Inhale to prep. Exhale, lift the knees up, straighten the legs, drop the head down, and I have to adjust a little bit. I wiggle them back slightly. Push into each hand, alternate. See if you can feel that pressure into the hands. Drop the head again. Spread the shoulders, slightly bend the knees. Sit bones lifting high. You're in your down dog. Shake out the head. First down dog, just knees slightly bent. Just basics, yoga basics. We're just going over nice and slow, dynamic alignment, dynamic awareness throughout your entire body. And then straighten the legs a little bit, push down into the head, slightly gaze towards the big toes, your shins. And then alternate the heels, just alternating, bicycle out the calves. Long breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Good, one more pump. Really nice. Wow. Good, back to center. And drop the knees and come into our first child's pose. Elbows can support you. And then drop the hips all the way back to the heels. And support the head, the fists one on top of each other. And as you rest the head on the fist, rock the head side to side. Again, I know the mind wants to wander. It's natural. Give it something to focus on. So focus on massaging the third eye with one of your knuckles. It's my thumb knuckle. Right on that third eye, just rocking, gently drawing the thumb right and left, or maybe even circling the thumb around, massaging in between the eyebrows. As you do that, see if you can coordinate your breath. Inhale, exhale. And then next, take your awareness to your low back and let your low back just expand and broaden. That's the sacral bone on your back. Let that be and spread wide. Might even sense little cracks and pops and adjustments in your low back.
It takes conscious effort to surrender into the body, letting it all go, especially on the exhale. You know that every practice is different, so today I'm doing something different than I'm going to do yesterday or tomorrow. Reach the hands forward, drop the forehead down. Let the belly come through the inner thighs. Just drop the belly. If this is too much on your knees, you can always come up a little bit and give your knee crease some more space. You can also support your knees with a blanket or in between your calf and your knee, hamstring. So there's ways to modify all of your postures to suit your body. Excellent. Inhale, come back to all fours. This time cat-cow without the wrist backwards. Take a round into the back, chin into the chest, rounding the back. Good, and then drop the navel down, heart forward. And then back up. See if you can coordinate that breath. Inhale one direction. Exhale the other. Get into your body. Close. Just go up and down with the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Same breath, that long, generous exhale. Awesome. If the knees went a little wide, bring them up closer and then walk the hands forward for puppy pose. As you drop into the upper body, forehead may come down. If the forehead feels like it's too far away or needs some support, you can always bring the floor closer to you by prop. Okay, that's excellent to have. You can even use a pillow if you want to bring a pillow over. A book if you don't have a block. All right, puppy pose. Just reaching the hands forward, hips back, drop into the chest. Possibly look forward and bring the chin to the mat. Soften the feet. I tend to have activity in one foot, so I need to consciously soften that left foot. Two more breaths. Nice. Head comes down. Bring your hands in. Back into down dog. Hands underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. Possibly that plank. Hover with the knees. Hey, kitty. How you doing? Happy you came back. Good kitty, huh? All right. Down dog. And play just a little bit this wave forward and a wave back. It's interesting, sometimes this is organic for students and it feels natural, and sometimes it doesn't. So if you're one of those that this feels a little bit awkward, let's walk you through it, okay? So as you move forward, your shoulders are right over your wrist and you feel this roundness in the back as you push the ground away from you. Once you hit this spot, transition by bending the knees slightly and then tilting the pelvic bowl down so your belly moves downward and your sit bones move up. When that, then you just push back and you start all over. So you round, tippy toes, roll forward, find that spot, Drop the knees, pelvic bowl tilts, push back. And then do it with breath. So inhale forward, exhale back. 2 more. Chin can move as well. Notice where your chin wants to go. Round, chin in, back, chin moves out. It's addictive. Once you start and you find that wave, you just want to do it more and more. So see if you can find that sweet dance. Once you're back, tippy toes, give you a little tippy toe walk. Forward, 2, forward fold. Feet, 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 right to the wrists. The head drop, heels high. Again, blocks. So if the floor is far away from you, use blocks to help you, or even a chair, even a couch, to find that tippy toe belly. It's Mula Bandha. I'm going to bring my hand up so I can show you. See? Mula Bandha, belly's lifted in, suctions right up into the spine. If you can find that, then you found your Mula Bandha, which is a root lock. Heels drop, and roll yourself up. I'm bending my knees, rolling myself up, and wow, it's just like time flies when you're having fun. I love it. It's already 12:34. I can't even believe it, you guys. It goes so fast. So I'm just adjusting the camera because I noticed it was a little. Thanks for being here. All right, so now let's do a classic salute to the sun. So if you've ever heard of salute to the sun, there's incredible variations. I'm going to just show you my variation. I love to go slowly with breath and give you some variations once I'm in chaturanga. So, because chaturanga, which is that yoga push up, can be a little bit challenging. So watch for the modifications. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. You can walk your hands right underneath your kneecaps. Halfway out. Exhale, pull back in. So your forehead comes back in. Maybe even bend the knees. And then bend the knees, especially if the floor is far away from you. You bend the knees, you plant your hands, you step back to high plank. So this is that variation that I want to share with you. High plank can also be knees down. Exhale, chaturanga. Come on down. Drop the toes. Up dog, or low cobra, I should say. Absolutely fine. Or full up dog. Okay. So if there's any teachers out there, such an incredible way to accommodate beginning students. Let them know that they can stay in low cobra. Let them know in high plank they can put the knees down. Okay, excellent ways for new students to enjoy a vinyasa flow class. Okay, which is what I love to teach. And then exhale, either bent knees or legs to down dog. So those are those modifications. Up dog to straight leg down dog. So even throughout class, if you feel like you want to, lighten up a little bit, you put your knees down. You go low cobra. You use your tabletop to down dog. All of those modifications are excellent. I use them all the time. Right leg high. One-legged down dog. Good, and then switch, left leg high. You can see that I'm adding on to the salute to the sun. 2 more breaths. Ribs in, need to sag into your ribs. You want to Bring your ribs in, lengthen through the arms, drop the head. Activity through that left leg. Good. And then just step up. Left leg comes up, right leg comes up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, head comes in, forehead towards the shins, and flat back to come up. Inhale. Exhale, hands at your heart. All right, let's do that again. Inhale, reaching tall. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, your version. I gave you those options right at that first one. It's up to you now. What do you want? Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold for 5. That's 2. 3. 4. 5. Wonderful. Either hop, step, walk up to the front of the mat, and we will repeat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, pull back in. Inhale, flat back, come up to stand. Exhale, hands at your heart. Wow, it's feeling great. So I want to do that 1 or 2 more times. We'll see. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Come on back. High plank, low push up. You can put your knees down. Exhale, slow chaturanga. You can even do double push-ups. See how you can create your own practice. You don't need me. Whew. And tuck the toes, strong core as you push back for down dog. Let's do another leg lift. Right leg comes high. What do you need? Maybe there's some movement that feels good to your hips. Let that happen. Your ankle even. Make it yours. Switch sides. Ujjayi breath, that ocean breath. It sounds like an ocean. Right into your throat. Hi there, sweetie. You're doing good. Good. And then step up again. Left leg, right leg. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale. You can see how just a few of those salute to the suns engages the whole hamstring and the low back. So I think it's powerful. Let's sit low. I'm going to turn so I can see you guys. Hi. Sit low. Reach forward. Pull back. As you sit in your chair, take a breath. Exhale, right arm to the right. Inhale, come to center. Exhale to the left. And then back to center. One of my favorite ways to heat up the legs and the low back. Last one. Animals. And then cactus arms, and just hold that briefly. Sit toes, weight towards your heels.
Elbows towards each other, coming lower, lower, lower to your sides. Couple sighs. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Push back. Drop your chin low. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Remember that mula I talked about? The belly into the spine. Hips pulled back. Heart reaching forward. Come over for a shoulder stretch.
Feels amazing on the shoulders. Let the neck and head relax. Just shake it out. Deep sigh. Rocking fist side to side. And then hands to the low back. Give that a little pound. Pound it back. Side body. IT bend. Hey, go lay down. IT bend, low back.
Beautiful thing about yoga is you sort of tune out everything around you. That means that you're having an amazing yoga session, right? Focus. Set your hips low. Grab that left elbow and bring it towards the right knee. Palms together. Look over the right shoulder. So tippy toe squat with a twist. So you can balance into that midsection. I know my back is towards you, but it's a great visual. You'll see that right shoulder roll up and back, how even the shoulders are. Good. Look down for balance. Unwind. Come to center. And give it a little bounce. A little extension through your midsection. So you let your torso grow tall. And then that right side, right elbow over to the left knee. Palms together, turn into the left shoulder. It's easier to balance if you're looking down. Once you find that balance, turn. Lower belly turns, upper chest into the shoulder. Nice resistance into the palms, giving you actual focal point for balance as you turn. Good. Awesome. Ankles are on fire. That's normal. Look down, unwind, come into forward fold. Pump out the heels. That was good. Great for the ankles. Walk right underneath the kneecaps. Take the feet a little bit farther apart, hip width apart. Good. Drape your torso over the upper thighs. Let the head drop. Right hand comes around the back of the right calf and hits the left ankle. Left hand, same, around the back side of the left calf and grab your ankles if you can. So if that's not accessible, just grabbing upper elbows or even just grabbing for your hamstrings, that's awesome too. Doesn't need to look like this. My body's different than your body. It's a good thing. Draping the torso over the upper thighs, and then let the head drop, shake it out, forward fold. So I promised a little bit of hip opening right after this. Take 3 more breaths. 1. Shoulders expanding, head relaxing. Letting it be a yes and a no. Sink into the feet, fire up the legs. Excellent, good. Let that go. Step back with the left knee or left leg. I'm folding my mat over to support my back knee. Okay, moving my front foot forward. You can use a block on the inside if it feels like it's a little tight. You can just lift your torso up. Just pause there. If not, you would feel like you're able to continue. You might try elbows. Oh, I'm going to use blocks underneath my elbows. Stretch hip inside of that right hip. You can even drop your right knee off to the side.
and let that circle out. Some movement. Your own timing. These are just suggestions. What works for your body. Good. In fact, I need more movement. You might want more movement too. I'm going to come all the way back. Left hip towards left heel. And then all the way forward. Doesn't that feel awesome? Try that. With breath. Oh, yeah. So good. So good. Hair in my mouth. One more like that. So pressing forward into that hip. And let it go on the exhale all the way back. Doing any place that feels like you want more, you know? All right, come back to that low lunge. And then straighten out the back leg. See what that feels like. Out through that back heel, back of the knee lifts up. Sink into the front foot, right hip crease. You're letting that right hip crease sort of move back. Vitality out through the back left leg. Excellent. And then step back, push into the hands. Exhale to step back, either down dog, child's pose, or move through that flow of high to low push-up. So it might take you a little bit, but make it yours. My version, a little pulse back and a pulse forward in high plank. You know it's right when you can still breathe and your body feels generous and spacious. Excellent. All right, so what do we have? We have left side. Left side comes up, left foot. Bring that up, and here's a trick. If it feels like from your down dog that you're only making it halfway with your foot towards the front of the mat, you can use your left hand, same hand, same foot, help that foot forward. We started with the right knee on the ground. Use extra support underneath that knee because it will help, especially if you have hardwood floor, right? Give yourself some extra padding. Again, if you have your prop, use it if you need it. Bringing your hands a little higher. Settle in and let the hips drop. You can try coming to the elbows. In the groin, left side. Letting the head drop. Letting the left hip crease move back. And sink into that right hip. If it feels good in your body, you're doing it right. If it's too much, you back off. You use a prop. So don't press so hard. It's not about overextending because you still have all the activity, the lighting up of the foot, the lighting up of the hip crease moving back, settling in evenly with that back knee, that back foot. It's pretty powerful, you know, and you're in charge. We went back, all the way back. Right hip, right heel, back into low lunge. Hands on inside or the outside of that ankle. Again, no rules. You can even close your eyes. Find that inner guidance. It's about your inner intuition, your inner guidance. Trust in that. I think that's the most incredible gift that yoga gives you, is it helps you trust your body and gives you that inner guidance and that inner knowing that I know what's good for my body, right? Because that's the key. All right, go back into that low lunge, taking it to that next place with the straightening of the back leg. So inhale, tuck that right toe under, exhale, straighten out that back leg. Again, if this armpit feels like it's collapsing here, the trick would be blocks on either side of the foot, or if you do not have blocks and you want that immediate satisfaction, put both hands on the inside of this left ankle. I know there's a lot of little mechanical tricks, and I just want to share them with you so you'll have them in your repertoire of yoga practice when you're doing this without me, because that's a goal. You create your own flow. You create your own practice that's right for you. All right, transition time. Frame the front foot, push into the hands, push that left foot back, find your high plank, find your down dog, find your child's pose, whatever works for you. Almost there, you guys. Nice practice today. Just nice basic. Up dog. And down dog. Tuck toes, up and back. Woo! Little tippy toe, down dog. Take your heels to the right side. Sink into the feet. Egyptian down dog. Back to center. And the other side, heels to the other side. Just spiral them over to the left side. So if you're moving and been practicing for a while, know that these down dogs, the way that you have so much power through your upper body, preps you for any of the arm balances. Okay, so we're building onto a deeper yoga practice through this repetition of down dog. Your arms, the power through your arms and your upper body. All right, take a break, knees bend, toes together, set yourself back into child's pose. You can support your head again with your double fists. Take a breath. Let it go, exhale. One more like that, inhale. Exhale. Awesome. Let's continue the twisting theme that we did when we were in tippy toe squat. Twist in child's pose. So take the right arm and just stretch it all the way up towards the ceiling, and then bring the elbow over either in front of the left knee to the side. Okay. Knees are close together. It helps. Lower belly turns. I'm using my left hand to help turn that lower belly. And then I look up, and then I plant my hands together. My elbow's a little too far back. I want my elbow underneath the shoulder. Seems to work better. Everybody's body's different. And then turn into that. Good. All right, so we've done a couple twists. So I'm able to reach back for this heel. You may not, and that's okay. You stay right where you were with that namaste. But if you're able, you can take that right hand, grab the left heel, again, lower belly. Oh, I love this. I have to smile because I haven't done this in a while and it feels awesome. So lower belly's turning, left arm, hello kitty. Left arm comes around the back. And there you go, a little deeper twist. to that low back. Lots of clearing. When we're doing twists, we're massaging the internal organs, lots of detoxification, lots of clearing. I can feel it in my sinuses, in my low belly. Whew. Top arm comes out, gently come out. Let's straighten out the spine, open the knees. Always nice to get some more symmetry in the low back. Shoot the sit bones back. Let the belly drop, reach forward with the hand. Feel the inner thigh. Good. All right, let's do the other side. So same thing, same twist. You must bring the knees closer together because then that gives your, for the left arm, reaching up. And then drop that elbow right underneath the shoulder. I have a long torso, so it's actually about 3 or 4 inches in front of my right knee and off to the side. Palms come together, look over the right shoulder. A little bit of leverage. That's the first step. Take a breath. If you want to continue with the deeper twist, drop the right hand to the ground for support. Use this left hand to reach for the heel. A little tighter on this side. And then the right arm comes up and around the back. Wow. Wow. Love it. Keep breathing. Chin might even come towards the left shoulder instead of looking up. Absolutely fine. Such a great twist. Low back, low belly. Top arm comes up and out. Release that arm. Unwind, unwind. I'm going to come into dolphin. I think dolphin will feel really good. Maybe you're with me. If not, stay in your child's pose. Tuck the toes and into dolphin. Just stretch out that low back. Awesome. Almost there, you guys. We're going to lay on our belly next. And wind down. Wind down time. This might be just plenty for you. You just to lay on your back, rest in Shavasana for a couple breaths, and call it a day, or continue into forearm plank. Oh yeah, so good. So elbows right underneath the shoulders. Inner Shushuma, that central column is engaged. I slightly bent my knees to shoot my sit bones back. Hollow out the belly a little bit and lift into the ribs. Heart forward, chin forward. Now I can straighten it out. Feels a little bit more connected. Broad shoulders, ribs in. Natural curve of the low back. Heart forward. Good. Walk the toes back, drop the pelvic bowl down. Now you're in Sphinx pose. So good. Sphinx pose. Firming up the hips, letting the chest reach forward. And then straighten the arms. And then drop the arms. Couple more like that. Feels good on the neck and shoulders. Maybe there's some spontaneous movement in the neck and shoulders that helps soothe that tightness there. Take advantage of it. Don't underestimate your inner guidance for movement. Let that happen. I'm going to do one more straight arm. Jackson, stop. Gently melt down. Forehead on the hands, bend the knees, and soothe the low back. Side. Circle out the ankles. Real life, you guys. Real life with animals. Love it. I love my animals. They help ground you, help you feel, that unconditional love. Such a great, great feeling. So highly recommend an animal. Circling out the ankles, rocking knees side to side. Really nurturing and loving yourself. Hugging the floor. Self-love, self-care. All right, closing up. Tops of the feet down. Bring the left knee. Let's take the left knee at 90 degrees off of the waist. You can see it comes right off the waist. Let that stretch. Lengthen through the belly. And drop the head. And sometimes those spontaneous tears come. It's a good thing. Let them just come. Helps release tension. Helps you clear out any toxic emotional stress that's built up. Okay, so let those tears come. Just soothing little bits at a time. Okay, that very, very helpful. Tears are so helpful. Right elbow over to that left side of the mat, palms together in that namaste. Hey, this is more of that namaste twisting. We've done this about 3 or 4 times during this class. And then just cross it over for supine. You're stacking the hips. Letting that opposite arm come back. You've had a great yoga practice when you start yawning, letting those yawns come. Great. Straighten out that left leg. Come back to your belly, and we'll do the other side. Right knee comes up, 90 degrees off your waist. Lower belly is extended forward. Rest the head on the hands. Inner thigh. So my right side, a lot tighter than my left side. Right dominant. If you're right dominant, guess what? You're going to have the same sensation on that inner, and it's tighter on that right side. Just let it go. See if you could surrender, let it stretch a little bit more. Maybe even move the foot out. Breathe right into the low back. And let it go. Exhale. Excellent. Okay, left arm comes up. Walk it over to the right side. Palms together. Turn right shoulder up and back. Look over the right shoulder. Right low belly. And then open it for that twist. Right arm comes back. This is where a prop is helpful. I think for me, just underneath my right ear. Yeah. You can stack the hips so that right hip's over the left. Nice flat back here. You can even put a prop underneath the right knee as well. In fact, I think switching it up for me, putting the block underneath that right knee and maybe turning a little deeper into that right shoulder. Oh yeah, goes right into the rib cage. Always exploring and experimenting. Each practice is different. Guess what? We're finished. Just roll onto your back and take a Shavasana. Any last posture that feels good, What would that be for you? into your back, a little circle of the knees, a circle or a happy baby. Playtime. Supported bridge. These are all options because I can't emphasize enough that I want you to practice your yoga, not Ta's yoga, your yoga, what feels good to you. That's why I give you so many choices, so many options to explore and to experiment with your body. Once you're finished with all of your exploration, just rest. Just rest in full relaxation posture. Okay? Absorb all the work that you just did. Great setup. Blocks right at your sit bones. Just straighten out the legs, hamstrings supported. The lower belly sort of tilts upward, pelvic bowls rolling up. Any ponytails, pull them away so you have a flat head, flat place to lay your head. Find your feet rolling out. Find your palms upward. Shoulders broad on the mat. Palms up. I just want to say that I do talk a lot through class. And part of it is to keep you focused and in your body. But if you have been practicing for a while, you know that tuning out anything that is not serving you is easy. You know, once you practice that single pointed focus, nothing phases you, nothing bothers you. It's part of the superpower, okay? Going with the flow, staying present to what you need. That's why we're doing this. Training the mind to think what it wants to think. So let go of the Ujjayi breath and be with the breath. Quiet, seamless, soundless breath. Still as soft water. Stillness. And you'll notice the face just melts. The hands soften. Your feet heavy. Highly recommend just staying. If you found your Zen, if you found your Shavasana, just Stay in this place for 5-10 minutes. Knowing that the work that you're doing here in the stillness and the quiet is the yoga, is the most significant. Okay, absorbing all the work that you just did in asana. But when you are ready to come out, take a moment just to let your fingertips rub your thumbs, your toes to wiggle. Maybe one knee comes up as you deepen your. The other knee comes up. More rocking, soothing of the body. And then rolling to whichever side feels good to roll towards, roll to that side. And then the top hand pushes, supports you as you roll up. Really slow, trying to keep that sense of calm and peace, relaxation with you as long as possible, you know. Last thing to come up is your chin and your head. Wow. I like keeping my palms down, sealing in the practice. One last breath together, in through the nose. Fill it all the way up. And then let it out through the mouth. Seal the lips, back in through the nose. Wow, out through the nose. Hands together, namaste. You made it all the way to the end. I celebrate you, and hopefully you feel as good as I do. Feels amazing. Clarity, body feels stretched. Yes, good job. And thanks for being here. Thanks for watching the replay, and see you next Monday. Bye.